Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off-play action on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Davidson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davidson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Dogs will have it 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Baker. Plucks it out of the air. Across the 25, he's got room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Looking downfield on first down. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. All wideouts, no backs. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. It's Cooks. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Pulled and finds his man on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to...
Turning it on! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Got enough for the 1st. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get 1st downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Looking for room. It's James. Another broken tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Snagged in the middle. It's Rourke. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Here's a heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back looking for help. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Throws for the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The short hands, it's Cooks. Still on his feet at the 45. Open field on the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. DB's right up on the receivers. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the third down.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Dogs. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. LSU managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the gumbo there in Baton Rouge this week. These Tigers are to blame for this one being this close. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to pass, it's Baker. Safe completion on the screen. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Using the quick game. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Running free. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The snap sets up the throw. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense and coverage forcing the incomplete.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Wiley. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown Bulldogs. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Catch in the middle, it's Rourke. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Baker. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Garrison. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. The Wolverines will try to move the sticks on 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The hand to the running back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Baker. They're setting up the screen. Plays into the open. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Plows through the defense. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Baker. The screen, and watch out! They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's got him. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the 1st down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's James. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Picked off! What a play by this defense. He's loose down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Georgia. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Look, a lot of time left, but there's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Looking to throw, it's Baker. They're working that left side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He'll throw on third down. He's got his man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker out.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Coates. They make the tackle at the 33. Ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll send the back in motion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Southern Miss is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Michigan State.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out quickly.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to pass on 2nd down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Hauls it in. At the 35, he's got room. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
It's complete to the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
You just wonder if that last interception the quarterback threw last drive is starting to affect him and what he's seeing right now. He's seeing ghosts. Doesn't look very confident throwing the football. He's lucky the defense dropped that last throw.
Finds him out of the backfield. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Probably the only people upset about going for it on fourth down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Now when you've got a running back like that, he just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on fourth down.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Sexton. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Got it behind the line. It's Owens. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Crosses midfield. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
These moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he made the extra point without problem. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the back. Drives into the pile just a pickup of one. They'll spot it at the 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it down the left. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. On the move, it's Garrison. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action. Bears the pressure. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. This quarterback part of their running game. Almost got to the sticks on third down, able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes a grab past the marker. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Wolverines are flying down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it down the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Motion from the wide receiver. Going to look downfield again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Roy. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't.
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't. Is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting push and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Oh, he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
So here comes the Michigan offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to take off. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way.
Lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Creates a little space. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on the money. At the 45, on his way. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. 8th play of the drive coming up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Garrison. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, he'll throw it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. TCU escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Horned Frog fans could have done without this one being so close. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They want that clock to run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36.
29 Philly. Gaucho.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Yankee blue.
The give to the tailback. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Off the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.